For this project, I'm going to be using 3 water bottles, acrylic green for the leaves, red and yellow for the petals, and I'm going to combine these 2 colors to make a 3rd color. I'm going to use a glue gun, a glue stick, just in case, scissors, a brush, and some wire for the stem. You can find this at a dollar store. They actually run out, so I had to go to Hobby Lobby and get me something that's similar to what I had already previously used. So I'm going to start by cutting out the water bottles, and you can just make a hole, punch a hole somewhere. Just there we go. There we go. I'm just gonna cut through really quick. And it's so easy to cut. That's what I like about these bottles. So I just wanna pop the bottom up. I'm gonna cut, leave some of the bottom, the vertical part of it up, so it gives it the shape of the flower. And I'm going to do the same thing in all of them. So here I'm going to shape up the corners a bit. I'll just follow the pattern of the bottom of the bottle. Okay, so that's the idea. Oh, let's read this corner over here. So that's the idea, trying to make petals out of it. I don't know if you can tell because it's very clear. And I don't want sharp edges either. I'm just gonna soften up the edges. So here's our first flower. Now I'm gonna go to the rest of the bottle. Stick of paper. We don't need a cap. And I'm going to cut right along the seam. Okay, and I'll cut off the body part of it. Don't need that either. So there's a sheet right here. I'm gonna cut it in 3. That should be a good size for the leaves. I'm gonna cut smaller pieces. Okay, I'm gonna double it up. You can't really go wrong working with plastic. It is somewhat sharp, but it's easy to work with. Okay, now I'm gonna make the shape of the leaves. So just cut like half a moon type of, and that's the shape right there. I'll make it as shapy as I can, so that looks better. Okay, so we'll do that for all the pieces. Oops, this one wants to fly away. It's kind of fun to work with this type of stuff. It's actually quite relaxing. I enjoy it. Okay, so we'll do the same thing to all the other pieces. Okay, I don't need this. I have a couple more to go. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other 2 bottles. So I'm finishing up the last flower. I'm going to use only 3 flowers for the decoration. You can add as many as you want, but I'm just gonna stick to 3. I think it looks pretty nice, but it also depends on how long you want it. If you want it longer, then yeah, you can add as many as you want and as many leaves as you want. But it's a little hard to see because it's very transparent, and my counter is not helping too much either. Okay, there we go. That looks much better. All right, so we're going to move to the next step. I cut enough leaves. I think I have close to 30 over here. I don't need as many. I think I remember using about 24 to 26 on my other arrangement, so I'll stick to that. So these are the 3 flowers. I'm gonna turn them upside down, and I'm going to paint on the inside of the bottle because I want, let me bring it over. I want a glossiness to show through. And if you look at the back of it, it's a little dull. So I'm going to leave it and paint on the inside of it. So let's do the yellow one first, and I'm going to just put a dab of it and just spread it all around, and it goes by pretty quick. Just beware, make it a little messy, as long as you don't get it on your clothes. I actually forgot to put my apron on. Okay, so that's one. I'm not even going to bother on rinsing the brush because maybe the combination will come out good. Okay, I'm going to try the next one on red. Just a little dab. A nice and bright color. Just be sure you have an area that you won't mind making a mess on. When the acrylic dries up, it's a little harder to take off. So you may just want to cover your counter space with some with a plastic bag or maybe a paper grocery bag or whatever you may have handy. Okay, there we go. Okay, so when you first paint it, it's transparent, almost transparent, translucent because it's plastic, so it takes a little bit of time for the paint to adhere to it. So you may have to do one more or maybe two coats. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a combination, and I'm getting paint all over me. I'm gonna use a combination of both colors now, and maybe a little more red. I'm just gonna mix them. I like to work a lot with recycled items. I do some recycling with paper bags also. In case you haven't seen my other videos, you're more than welcome to check them out. And let me know if you have any other ideas that you may want me to try. Just leave me a message in the comments below. And if you like to see more videos, you can also subscribe to my channel. Okay, so that's more like an orangey, and I'm actually going to add some more yellow to make it a little brighter. Yeah, that's too much, but that's okay. I'm just gonna mix it really quick. It's coming out like a nice orangey, and I want to mix it before it dries up in the plastic. Because see, the color is coming through now, and I want to get rid of that one. Okay, it does not have to be perfect, at least not the paint. It's nice when the leaves do take, when the edges do take the shape of some petals and leaves, but it's all up to you. Make it much beautiful just the way you have it, just the way you decide to. Okay, so see, that's a nice orangey. That's better, and here's the yellow one. So I'm gonna let them dry a little bit, and I'm gonna do a second coat. So now I want to, while these ones are drying, I'm going to paint the leaves. And for this, I'm going to use one of the extra pieces I cut before, or even one of the caps. I recycle everything, well, almost everything. So I'll do a little bit at a time. I'm gonna start with green. Oh, this is a nice rich green. Be generous with the paint, especially on the first coat. Again, it won't be perfect at first because it's a very clear plastic. So it'll take a while for the paint to actually go through. And look, it looks really nice and shiny on the other side. Okay. So I'll do the same thing with all of them. And I'll give them a second coat. If I feel that it needs a little deeper color, then I'll do a third coat. Okay, so I finished all the petals. They have a nice green, rich color. I'm letting them dry, and I'm going to not let them be dry on top of each other. Otherwise, the paint's gonna act like glue. So I'm gonna let them dry, and I wanna see how the color looks once it's dry. More likely, I will want to do a second coat It does look nice already though, but I think I want a second or even a third coat. So for the sake of time, I am going to use some that I already have. And this is a darker, I use a darker color in here, which is not that bad either. And this is what I wanted to show you, how shiny it is on the curvy side, and the inside it looks like a pale dull color. So I really like how that looks right there. And that's what's going to be sticking out. So these are the flowers that I have previously done. Got some things in them, but that's okay. It's still fresh. It'll come off. And here's another one. So I'm gonna stick to this right here, and I'm getting ready to work with the wire. So I'm not sure how long this is. It doesn't really say. Oh, okay. So it's about 10 feet. So I could use two. I could actually get two done out of this, one big long wire. 5 feet is about right. I think it look pretty. And just be careful when you're trying to get this undone. The tie is really in there. I'm gonna use, there we go. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is nice and slinky-ish in here. Let's see. I don't want it to get tangled, so I'm going to be careful with it. And it's very sturdy. There we go. So I'll use half, which should be, let's see, around here somewhere. If I stretch it, that'll be a nice size. Yeah, and they don't even have to be even. So let me get my pliers. So we'll cut it somewhere around here. There we go. So we'll use either end for the top, and it's very easy to work with. I'm going to make a loop so I'm not poking myself with this end right here. Just gonna bring it down a bit. Oops. Right there for now. You can shape it any way you want later. Okay, so I need to stretch it more. And we'll work from either the top or the bottom. Let's do the top first. So in here, I may need some extra plastic leaves, the clear ones, and you can start any way you want to. Flower right about here. Just be careful with the hot glue. Let's do this one first, and I'm just gonna glue it right there. Because I want to secure it, I'm just going to add another one in the back of it. And press it hard so it stays. It's clear, so it won't really look bad. Okay. And it actually may look a little cleaner than my other one. Okay, and it dries pretty quick. Then I want to position another flower, maybe stretch it a little more, maybe right around here, or around here. Should be good. So right there, just stick your flower, get another sleeve. Another leaf. Let's just press it down a bit. A little while. A couple of seconds should be fine. Our glue dries pretty quick. Okay, then let's do the third one around here. And this is where it looks nice when they're different colors. These are the only ones that I found that I liked, that I have on hand at least. I have to replenish my acrylics. I'm gonna do another one right around here. And right there. Another leaf. Press down. Hold a couple seconds. Even a green one might look nice if I did that. I didn't think of it, but I'll try it next time. Okay. And I actually may have plenty, so you know what? Let me just add it. I'll see. You may want to add it and make them out even nicer than mine. Okay, so see how the pink is coming off right here? I'm just going to add some more hot glue. Just stick it together. Does sound hard? That should be fine. This one seems fine. This one seems okay. All right. This one didn't seem to really like it. But I can always go on top of it and glue some more different ones and paint. Okay, so now I'm going to add leaves all around it, all over it. And you can put them anywhere you want, as many as you want. So I'll just go, be careful again with the glue. And what I'll do is that I'll just wrap it around it. Okay. Look at that. And it looks something like that. Or this way. I'll do a couple more. The wire is running around, so it just moves around quite a bit. Okay, so, and it's starting to take shape. Okay, so all the leaves are in place. I think it came out pretty good. And I wasn't entirely happy having clear plastic look behind the flower. So I decided to use a couple of leaves on each one since I have more than I counted for. And I actually have 3 more. So I'm just gonna do 3 on each one. And the easiest way will be to put some glue, the leaf itself, right there. And just attach it to the back. There we go. Again, be careful because it's hot and it gets stuck to your skin easily. And the last one, this on the last flower. Okay, so that should look a lot better. Okay, so there's how this one looks, the middle one, and then at the end you can actually clean up all the spider webs. Okay, and there you go. I think it looks a lot better. I'm not entirely happy how this one is sprinkled, but I can just go ahead and fluff it up a bit. Back with the nail. That should look much better. Somewhat better. Okay. So I still don't like how that looks. So, and I want to apply something to it instead to cover that up. I found me some embellishment jewelry accessories that I had lying around. Or you can use and recycle any of your jewelry that you no longer want. And I think I want this one in here. Yeah, I think it looks better. So I'll dab a little bit of glue right in the middle. And apply that right there. So that covers up some of the flaw in that flower. So not that bad. I must do the same thing so they all look even. And on this one, I like how the yellow one looks better. I think it makes it pop up a little more. I used a different kind of paint on this one, so it looks a little different. The one that I used for today's illustration looks actually brighter. Again, with another coat, I think it's gonna look much better. Okay, and then the last one, I'm going to do, I think that one should be fine. A little bit of glue again, and let's get this one. right there. Okay, there we go. And for the end, for the bottom, I found me some pearls, and I think I like this one better. So I could either just do this and curl up the tip of it, do what I did on my one of my first previous ones. Nope, not the tangled up. Do this right here, or I can just add some glue to it and stick the pearl right in there, which I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if it doesn't come out too messy. And let's just apply it right there. Oops, there's a hole. Right there. And that should stay very secure once it dries. Okay, there we go. I could add more if I want to, but I think it looks fine just with one. So I'll leave it like that. And then on the top, oh, there's the flower again. Let me push things a little farther. So on the top, I just want to curl this up a little bit more. Very sturdy, which is good, but actually I should be fine. I want the sharp edge to stay there. There we go. So now I'm going to use 2 key rings, and I'll just slide them in there. One of them at least. And the other one, I'm going to attach it to the other one. So this is going to allow the windmill to actually turn with the wind, which will make it look so pretty. And this is ready to hang. And here's the finished product. I'm so happy how this came out. And again, it's made out of water bottles and wire that you can either find in your garage or at the dollar store. I hope you enjoyed this craft. I know I did. And if so, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more. I love it. I just love it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.